But we're talking about the metabolism community within you, and I've just explained, how I eat, what I eat. Also, getting back to what I eat. Now, I drink a lot of water. As a matter of fact, that's all I drink is water. I don't drink Kool-Aid. I don't mess with, sugars. Not like that, where I'm putting that stuff in drinks, Cokes and stuff like that. That does not go in my system. One of the other things that I do is yogurt. The reason why I started doing yogurt is because yogurt has certain proteins in it that are supposed to be good for your system. And the other thing is I have learned how foods or how my body reacts to foods. So when I introduce something to my eating meals or what have you, then I'm making sure that I'm clear on that new thing and how my body is responding to it. So if my body is holding on to it in some kind of way, or I'm feeling some kind, like there's certain things that I just cannot eat. I love spinach. Spinach, though, is hybrid. Now, my body does not respond well to hybrid foods, and that is because of the way that I have been eating. All right. So some things my body won't give me issues with, but some things will if it's hybrid. Like, for example, and a lot of people think, well, if it grow in the ground, it came from God, and it's the best thing. It's like, what? Okay, that's not what your body is saying. So I talked about this in a previous session, and that is that your body is going to embrace things that are natural to the planet. And if it's not natural to the planet, then your body is going to fight it. But when it comes to hybrid things, my body lets me know pretty quickly. So, I like, what's those apricots? It's like a cross between a peach and a cross between a peach and a plum. I think that's what it is. Okay, my body is like, no. Why? Because it's hybrid. Well, what's wrong with hybrid foods? Anytime you're dealing with a hybrid food, it's acidic. So what happens is when man decides to mix these different plants and fruits or vegetables, when you do that, you create a being or an entity that is no longer natural. So if it's not natural, then it's going to be acidic. It's going to be an acidic entity. And so with that, when you go and put it in your body, once again, it's not natural, and so your body is going to fight it. Let me rephrase it. My body is going to fight it. I don't know what your body might love it. I know, but normally with normal bodies and vessels, if there's something that is not natural to the planet, then your body is going to fight it. And when you're talking about hybrid beings, you're talking about an acidic being. They might be delicious, but your body is going to have issues. Okay, so that's one of the things in understanding that. So when it comes to hybrid foods, I tend to stay away, tend to back off. There's some things that I didn't name that I tend to stay away from in my salads: tomatoes and onions. Tomatoes, while they might not be hybrid, I call them agents. And I want y'all to pay attention to this when you're eating. Don't be mad at me, okay? Don't be mad at me, but I'm just getting ready to give you a little heads up. And you can look this up for yourself. Tomatoes, they have agents in them, meaning that you ever had a situation where you have a whole bunch of fruit flies in your trash can, or maybe you cut up some tomatoes and you threw them in, or whatever, you got some fruit flies. They don't just pop up out of nowhere. All right. You didn't leave your front door and your back door open and your screen. You know that some kind of way, where did these flies come from? Well, they was agents already in the tomatoes. This is what they don't tell you about. How did I find out about this? And once again, it's because of the way I eat and when I fast. Because I fast so much, when I cut things out of my diet, I, again, know how my body responds to things. I kept having this mucus issue when I was eating, tomatoes and what have you. All right. Now, I need y'all to know, I just had a couple of days ago, I said, you know what? I want a pizza. So I broke down. I normally don't have a pizza, but you hear like I have a stuffiness now. That's because I ate something that I normally don't eat. All right, so that's why I have to be very careful about anything I'm putting in my system, because my system is going to be very much responsive. I ate that. It was, what was it, Sunday, and it's still affecting me from then. So that's why I'm very careful about what I put in my system. That's why I was like, let me do this, because you know I need to go through this, and I haven't done it in a while. But at any rate, I stopped eating tomatoes and lettuce because I was trying to find out what it was that was causing these issues. And when I cut the lettuce and tomato out, it went away. And then when I brought lettuce back, and I was like, okay, I'm still good, no problems. Then I brought the tomatoes back, and then the issue came up, and then I saw those fruit flies. And then I did some research. And it was funny because I was talking to my sister about it, and I said, she was talking to me about how we were going to have this family reunion, and she said, you want the tomatoes in there, the lettuce, the salad? I was like, no, don't put any tomatoes in my salad. And she said, well, why you don't like tomatoes? I said, tomatoes they the demons. That's what I said to her. I said, they got agents in them. And then I started telling her about the fruit flies or what have you. So she looks it up, and it was talking about how these flies will lay their eggs on the tomato, and some kind of way they get inside of the tomato. And basically I'm saying, well, I told you that. Now, those fruit flies don't just pop up out of nowhere, because something laid them there. And so when you're eating it, that's why I was getting that mucusy thing. Oh, okay, it's gross. That's why I said don't be mad at me. But I'm just letting you know, so you do your own research, so you'll know for yourself, and you can determine whether you want tomatoes in your salad or not. Okay.